Hi everybody, this is Vasuki from Chandu Biology classes. In the previous classes, we have studied, I have explained you about the exam called the CUET exam, and also I have posted a video regarding a syllabus analysis for zoology. Okay, in this class, I'm going to explain the syllabus analysis for botany. Okay, let's get into our classes. Okay, in botany, we have totally 14 units, and the first unit was dealing with the phycology and microbiology. Phycology is nothing but it is dealing with algae, study about algae, and microbiology is somewhat related to study about microbes like bacteria, fungi, um, virus like that. Okay, and unit 2 is related to biomolecules and cell biology. We know that biomolecules, so when it comes to the biomolecules, we can segregate themselves into carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, nucleic acids. Okay, but when we study about the when it comes to the carbohydrates, we have to study about carbohydrate metabolism and carbohydrate chemistry. For lipids, we have to study about the lipid metabolism and lipid chemistry. For proteins, okay, for protein metabolism and protein chemistry. Like in the same way for nucleic acid metabolism and nucleic acid chemistry. If we study about all these things, the entire biomolecules will be over. Okay, and in cell biology, we have to study about what is cell and what is cellular organelles and what each organelle is going to do, what is their function, and also, we are going to study about the cell signaling, how the cells are getting communicate with each other, the entire thing, and we have to end with the apoptosis. Okay, and everything will be dealt under the cell biology. And unit 3 will be related to the mycology and phytopathology. Mycology is somewhat related to the fungi, and phytopathology is related to the plant diseases. Okay, everything will be clearly explained in the class regarding this topic. And unit 4 will be the archegoniate. And unit 5 will be the anatomy and angiosperms. Angiosperms is nothing but a flowering plants, and this is the in the four we have four different kingdom under the four different class under the plant kingdom. One is bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms, right? And in here in the syllabus, they have given about the angiosperms. So we are when it comes to the angiosperms, we have to focus about the double fertilization and triple fusion. Okay, the most important topic under the angiosperm. So all the important thing will be discussed under this unit 5. And in unit 6, they have been given about the economic botany. Okay, and how these plants are involved in the economy, and how they are used in medicine, and how they have been used in horticulture ornaments like that. Okay, and unit 7 will be somewhat related to the genetics. So if so genetics is a topic we have seen in both zoology and botany. In zoology, this genetics is related to completely about animals. Okay, but in your plant, it is related to the plant genetics. Okay, so there will be a difference when it comes to the botany and zoology regarding this particular topic called genetics. Okay, that will be discussed detailed in the class, right? In unit 8, it is related to the molecular biology. Okay, and the molecular biology will be dealing with the zoology also and in botany also, but there will be some difference when it comes to zoology and botany, how we are going to approach this particular unit. Okay, and in unit 9, we have a plant ecology and phytogeography. Again, ecology is somewhat related to it is somewhat common to both botany and zoology, but here we are specifically focusing on the plant ecology. Okay, and phytogeography. Phyto is nothing but a plant. Geography is somewhat related to the geographical area with which plant is endemic to that particular area. Okay, and in unit 10, plant semantics. Okay, this here there will be some of the important factual informations under this topic, which will be explained very clearly during our class. In unit 11, it is related to reproductive biology of angiosperms. See, the most important thing, it is a core botany. The most important thing will be here we can expect more number of questions. Okay, in Unit 12, it is related to a plant physiology, the most important unit. At any cost, we should not leave this type of topic. Okay, in plant physiology, we have to study about the photosynthesis, and we have to focus on the plant hormones, and we have to focus on the plant for sensory biology, sensory photobiology, and we have to read about the pigments and transport in plants. All these things will be covered under the plant physiology, the most important units. And plant metabolism, what is the actions, what is the day-to-day actions, what is the day-to-day functions performed by the plants, what will be their everyday life, what is happening in plants life, that will be dealt under the plant metabolism. And in unit 14, that will be completely related to the applications, that is plant biotechnology. Okay, also we are having a biotechnology, it is common to both botany and zoology, but here we are going to focus mainly on the plant biotechnology. Okay, and this will be just an overview of the botany syllabus, but I also want you to know a detailed syllabus of botany. Okay, so in that line, unit one will be related to phycology and microbiology. We know that. And here we are going to give an introduction about a microbial world, microbial nutrition, growth, and metabolism. As I said before, this phycology is related to the study of algae, and this microbiology is somewhat related to the study about microbes and how their world will be looking like, and what is their microbial nutrition, what will be their growth, how they will be grow, and what is their metabolism, and what else the microbes, virus, bacteria. Okay, and applied microbiology. Applied microbiology is somewhat related to how these bacteria and virus can be applied in the application. It is application oriented. Okay, we have studied about microbes. Generally, this bacteria, we have a common connotation that this bacteria and virus is very crucial to human beings. It is very harmful to human beings, but there will be some microbes which will be useful for human beings also. So that will be dealt in the applied microbiology. Okay, and in algae, that is somewhat related to the phycology. Study about the algae. There will be a different types of algae, and there will be the different types of colors will be exhibited by each type of algae. Everything will be discussed there, like that. Cyanophyta, chlorophyta, charophyta, xanthophyta, pheophyta, rhodophyta, and applied phycology. Okay, see, these are all completely related to the microbiology, and these are completely related to the phycology. Okay, so when it comes to the algae, we have to focus on general characteristics. Okay, like I said in the chordata and non-chordata, when it comes to the algae, we have to focus on the general characters first of algae, and what are all the classification of algae. When you study about the classification, you have to focus on the examples. Definitely, it is must. And after finishing the examples, you have to focus on the color of each algae placed under these particular classes. Okay, now unit 2. And this is somewhat related to the biomolecules and cell biology. Okay, here what we are going to focus. That will be nothing but, see, in biomolecules, we have to focus these three areas. Generally, we can classify, we can broadly classify it into carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. Okay, bioenergetics is nothing but when we study about this carbohydrate metabolism, that will be coming under the bioenergetics, because in carbohydrate metabolism, we are going to focus on cycles like glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, glycogenolysis. So all these will be coming under the bioenergetics. So if we study the carbohydrate, protein, lipid, nucleic chemistry with respect to their metabolism and chemistry, that biomolecules will be completely covered. Okay, and in enzymes, the most important topic we should be never leave at any cost in case of biomolecules. In enzymes, we have to focus what is enzymes, what is their general characters, what are all the types of inhibition exhibited by these enzymes, like competitive inhibition, non-competitive inhibition, like that. And after that, we have to focus on the enzyme kinetics. Okay, so these are all the important things which have to be covered under the enzymes. And in cell biology, we have to focus on the cell. What is cell and what is cell theory and who proposed the cell theory. And after finishing that, we have to study about the cell wall. And mainly in plants, that will be the difference between the plant cell and animal cell. In animal cell, there will be no structure called cell wall, but in case of plant, we have a structure called the cell wall, and it is made up of a cellulose. And how their what is the composition of cellulose? It is made up of what? Hemicellulose, and how they have been correlated with each other. Okay, and everything will be discussed detailed in the cellulose. I'm sorry, cell wall. And in plasma membrane, this will be an unavoidable area when it comes to the cell biology. The most important thing which we have to be covered under the cell biology. And cell organelles, as usual, what are the organelles present in the plant cell and how the plant cell is getting divided. Okay, and cell cycle and cell division will be dealt very clearly in this under the subheading. And after that, unit 3, it is related to the mycology and phytopathology. In mycology, this is related to the study about fungi. Fungi study is called as a mycology, and phytopathology is somewhat related to the plant diseases of the plant disease. Okay, and what are all, see, as I said before, the same thing will be discussed. How we have studied about the algae, same thing is it is applicable to the fungi also. Okay, in fungi we have to study about the general characters, and after finishing that we have to study with the classification. Okay, and after that each classes under this classification we have to study with the examples. Okay, and what will be the unique characteristic features of each classes which is placed under the phylum, which is placed under the kingdom fungi. Okay, and the kingdom fungi, it is also called as the kingdom mycota. Okay, all the either the term is similar, and we have a different classes under this kingdom fungi. One is trichidomycetes, zygomycota, ascomycota, basidiomycota, allied fungi, oomycota. Okay, so these are all the classes under the fungi. We have to read this with the examples, and you have to understand how each classes is it is vary with each other classes. So all the differences is very important. We should not leave it. Okay, and symbiotic association. Uh, Fungi is associated with something like lichens. Okay, lichens is somewhat a symbiotic association between fungi and algae. Like in the same way, this fungi will symbiotically associated with the other organisms. So you have to know fungi is associated with which of the following organisms and what is the role played in that particular symbiotic associations. Okay, and applied mycology. How, for example, penicillin. It is an antibiotic and it is taken from the fungi. Okay, so these are all the fungi which is useful in the day-to-day life, and in the it is applied in the applications of fungi will be applied in the medicine. So all these things are very important, and that will be dealt very detailedly in the applied mycology. And phytopathology, see, it is somewhat related to the plant disease. So when it comes to the disease, whenever you have studied about the disease, you have to focus on certain things. What will be the name of the disease? What will be the name of the disease and whether this disease is caused by a bacteria or a fungi or a virus or a protozoan, so or which type of disease and which microorganisms is exclusively involved in causing this particular disease. So all these things are very important. And also what will be the transmission mode, which means a mode of transition, how they are getting transmitted from one plant to another plant, and also how it can be prevented. Okay, so which herbicide, which fungicide, like that. We have to study with prevention, how it can be prevented. Okay, so all these things will be discussed detailedly under this unit 3, mycology and phytopathology. Okay, and unit 4 is archigonata. see what is orchigoniata. First thing will be you have to introduce about this particular orchigoniid. Next, what is bryophytes? What is pteridophytes? What is gymnosperm? So generally, plant kingdom will be classified into three. We know four. We know that bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, and angiosperms. Angiosperms will be covered under the previous units, and in this unit, we are going to cover all these three. Rest of the three classes under the plant kingdom. Okay. Now, unit 5, anatomy and angiosperms. Okay, here, introduction and scope of plant anatomy. See, angiosperms, it is a flowering plants. Flowering plants are placed under the category called the angiosperms, and when it is a completely matured plant. Okay, so in this angiosperms is the only plant which shows a double fertilization and triple fusion. What is double fertilization? What is triple fusion? Everything will be discussed detailedly under this angiosperms. And before that, when it comes to when we study about the plant anatomy, definitely we have to study about their structure as well as their function. Okay, and tissue, stem, leaf, root, vascular cambium, wood, pteridor, adaptive and protective system, secretory system. So all these things will be discussed detail under the unit 5, anatomy and angiosperms. Economic botany, how the plants are involved in all these things. Okay, like origin of cultivated plants, which are all the plants can be cultivated, which are all the plants cannot be cultivated, and what are all the plants which is placed under the category called cereals, or which plants are called as legumes, and what is a sugar, which plants can give a sugar and starches, spices, beverages, oils and fats, essential oils, a natural rubber, drug yielding plant like tobacco, timber plants, fibers. So all these things, all these plants can be made into an economy. That is plant economy. Okay, how the plants made their own economy. Everything will be discussed detail under this unit 6 called economic botany. Genetics, like in the same way, whenever we have started reading about genetics, we have to focus mainly and we have to start from the Mendelian genetics. Okay, it is mandatory. Without Mendelian genetics, we can't read about the genetics. So first thing, Mendelian genetics and its extension. Okay, extra chromosomal inheritance, as usual, linkage, crossing over, chromosome mapping, variations in chromosomal number and structure, gene mutations. Whenever we are studying, started to read about the gene mutation, we have to start reading about this definition. What is mutation? What are all the types of mutation? What are all the mutagenic agents and their examples? Okay, fine. And fine structure of gene population and evolutionary genetics. These are all the topics which is covered under the genetics. Unit 8, molecular biology. In molecular biology, we have to definitely we have to study about the replication, transcription, translation. Okay, these three things are mandatory when it comes to the replication, how it will be in the eukaryotes and how it will be in the prokaryotes. Like in the same way, in case if it will be the transcription and translation, we have to study how it will be in the eukaryotes and how it will be in the prokaryotes. Okay, so if we study like this, everything will be covered, and also the basic informations about nucleic acids, the basic things about DNA and RNA, how the replication is going to happen in case of prokaryotes and eukaryotes, what are the mechanism of transcription and what will be the transcription factors, and how these, what are all the functions of each transcription factors. Like that, we have to cover the translation part also. The same thing, what I have been explained for zoology is applicable for this botany also. And in unit 9, we have to study about the plant ecology and phytogeography. In certain area, in some, for example, in Western Ghats, some of the plants are endemic to that particular area. Okay, so these are all the things which will be covered under the phytogeography, and they have to give we have to give some introduction about that plant ecology and phytogeography. And when it comes to the geography, we have to study about the Our